Okay, we're going to start standing today. If you can't see me or have any hearing issues, please let me know. Okay, we're standing on our mat. We're going to stand in a wide V. So a wide V is our feet are 45 degrees on an angle, 45 degrees away from our body. So our hips are in an external rotation. Okay, so from here, wide V, a little bit wider than your hips, your hands out in prayer. From here, let's take a big inhale and then a big exhale through the mouth. Again, inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. 2 more times. I want you to just shake off the morning, arrive into your mat. I want you to think of nothing else but your breath and being more aware of your body. Okay, from here, on your next exhale, I want you to send your weight down into a squat and then rise. Good. Keep moving and then I will talk alignment. Okay, as you come down, I want you to make sure your knees are traveling towards your second toe. Good. And most of your weight is on your heel. So if you feel any sore knees here, make sure your weight is in your heel so then you won't feel any cricklies in your knees. The more you lean back, the more glutes that you use and less knees. Good. Sending your body down, coming up. Good. And as you come up, I want you to activate your glutes. Squeeze your glutes together. So I like to call it tweezering it together. So as you come up, tweezer your glutes together, like, you know, the end of a tweezer when you're tweezing something, picking up. I want you to think of your 2 glutes like that. So you're squeezing it together as you come up. You're really activating those muscles. Good. Good. Warming up. So I want you to exhale on the way down, inhale on the way up. So as we come down now, I want you to come down and count of 1, 2, come up in a count of 1. So slower on the way down. 1, 2, squeeze her up, tweeze her up, not squeeze her up. Okay, 1, 2, tweeze her up. Exhale, exhale, inhale. Good. Exhale, exhale, inhale. Good. Exhale, exhale, inhale. Good. 2 more times. Exhale, exhale, inhale. Good. And the next one, I want you to stay down. We're staying low. Now remember, if you want to push yourself, you can go as low as you can. Otherwise, if your body is sore, you have an injury, you can even go this way up with a slight bend in those knees. From here, taking an inhale. On your next exhale, you're going to rotate to one side. Inhale, return. Rotate to the other. Inhale, return. Putting pressure between your hands. Like you've got a piece of paper, you're trying to really keep vertical between your hands. Good. Feeling your deep leg muscles start to burn. So as you rotate, I want you to picture your rib cage gliding around that spine. Pelvis is completely still as you rotate around that spine. Good. Let's go one more each side. Good. And straightening up. Whew. Hope you're warm now. Okay. From here, we're coming into a lunge series. So I'm just going to stand in the side so you can see what I'm doing. Let's do left foot forward, right foot back. Okay, both legs are still straight. I want you to make sure those hip bones stay in line to the front of your mat here as we move. Okay, from here, we're going to hinge forward. And we're just going to hold. As we hold, I want you to make sure this knee, the left knee and the left ankle are stacked. It's not in front, it's not behind, it's stacked right on top of it. And the back leg, the heel is lifted and straight. Your hip bones are square to the front and your body is in a hinge. So your upper body and lower body is like a nice big slide. And we're just holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, we're gonna move from the heel. So you're gonna extend and bend just the back leg. Everything else stays still. So holding this position can be quite hard already. So make sure you're using your ab muscles to help really with that glute burn. Your belly is in And we're going for 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. From here now, we're gonna pulse down, both leg bend a little bit. Okay, I want you to go to your own challenge. So you can go little pulses, or you can tap that knee to the mat, whatever you feel today. Either variation you choose, you're gonna be working hard either way because I'm sweaty already. Okay, pulsing down, good. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, coming back to your hinge. From here, we're gonna do that again. So exhale, lower down, and then step forward for your 2 feet to meet. Stand tall, coming back, pulse down, stand tall. Good, exhale as you come down, inhale. As you come up, big exhale, big inhale, good. Remember, as you exhale, I want you to activate those deep, deep core muscles. Inhale, release. Exhale, activate. Inhale, release, good. Let's go 4 more. 4, 3, 2, good. Last one. Standing tall here. Switching sides now. That would be a good time for water if you need it. Otherwise, staying with me. So this time we're going to anchor our right foot onto the front. Our left extends back. The heel is lifted. Okay? And we're hinging our body forward. Remember, knee and ankle is stacked in front. And in the back, our heel is lifted. Our upper body and our lower body is one big slide. So our spine is just at a slope. And we're holding here for 8, 7, 6, 5, bellies in, 4, 3, 2, 1, good. Now pulsing that heel up and down, up and down. So as you pulse that heel up and down, it's not touching the mat, and your knee is essentially just bending. Good, going for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Next variation, you're gonna pulse down, both knees bend, either touching the ground or having small little pulses. Today is Friday. I've had a long week of movement and work. So I'm gonna take the small pulse, the small pulse option, because no matter where you are, no matter how you feel, you're still working as hard. So low energy, you're gonna take the easier variation. Okay, 3, 2, 1. You know what's next. Pulse down, step up. Pulse down, step up. Good, keep going with this. That's what I was saying, low energy. I'm still gonna feel like I've extended the same amount of work as if I was high energy, taking the harder variation. So be kind to yourself and just do what you need to. Good, 3 more. 3, 2, last one. Good, finding stillness here. Water, quick swig of water, and you're gonna meet me on the mat. We're gonna lie on our side. Okay, from here, lying on our side on our elbow. Making sure your elbow and your shoulder is stacked here. If it is not stacked, you might injure your elbow or that might hurt. So it's really important that our elbow is supporting our shoulder, okay? Our knees are bent here. We're gonna start to activate our side body. So from here, making sure our hips stay stacked the whole time. We're just gonna collapse in and then lift, good. Collapse in and then lift. So inhale to collapse, exhale to lift, good. So obviously, I don't want you to be collapsing throughout these exercises. This is the position I want you to be in. This position is already quite difficult because it activates the side body here. And if you don't use the side body very much, this might be enough. Good. 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay, next we're going to, you can stick with that variation if that was hard enough for you, but if you want to challenge, we're going to come into a side plank. I'm gonna come into a side plank this way. You can have both knees down, one knee down, or you can have both knees extended, both legs extended, whatever variation you choose. We're gonna hold side plank for a bit. I'm gonna do one knee down and one leg extended, and you're holding here, lifting up, your shoulder is on. I'm not stacked, I can feel it. There you go. So lifting up here, and we're holding for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lowering down, giving that shoulder a rest. Okay, we're gonna do that again. This time we're going to add some arm movement, but you're welcome to stick with this lifting movement, holding side plank movement, or you can come with me to the progression. So inhaling to prep, as you exhale, lifting into your side plank, arm comes up, inhale to prep, as you exhale, the arm lowers to shoulder height. We're going for 4, stay lifted, 3, belly is in, 2, last one, coming all the way down. Good, we're gonna do it one more time. I'm gonna progress one more time, but you do what feels good for you. So if you're coming up to a progression, coming with me, inhaling here, exhale, coming up, adding arm movement here. So as you next exhale, you're gonna arc that arm just above your head as you lift that hip. And we're going for 4, 3, 2, last one, good. Lowering everything down, switching sides. Okay, I hope you are now very warmed up, because I am. Okay, remembering stacking of the shoulders, knees are bent, and we're just doing that lift here. So sink and lift, sink and lift, good. So in this position, we're also warming up that shoulder joint to do some hard work here. Sink and lift, we're going for 3, 2, 1, good. Coming into your side plank. So the same variation as you did earlier. Joints are stacked, we're lifted, inhale to prep. As you exhale, coming up into your side plank. Oh, this side feels a little bit weaker today. One of my knees is bent, one's extended, but please do you. We're holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lower everything down. Good. Now adding the arm movement. Let's get right into it. Inhale to prep, exhale to lift into your side plank with your arm lifted. And we're going for 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. Lowering everything down. Last progression. Remember, do what you need to do, or take a breather or a reset if you need to. Okay, let's just get this over with, because it is hard. Inhaling to prep, as you exhale, coming up here with that arm, progresses to the side with a hip lift for 4, 3, 2, last one. Lower everything down. Good. Water. We're gonna do some arm work now, so I want you to get to on your all fours. I'm gonna come this way so you can see me better. Okay, coming into all fours here. So joints are stacked, belly is in, we are on our elbows. All we're doing here is rocking forward and rocking back. Rocking forward, good, and rocking back. So as you rock forward, I want you to stop wherever feels comfortable. So the lower you go, the more your triceps and shoulders will work. This tiny movement is all triceps and shoulders, Billy. Good. Forward and back. Forward and back. And let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. Coming up for a rest. Okay, we're going to do that again, a set of 8. This time I want you to challenge yourself a bit more. I want you to go even more forward. So I want your nose to even do a tap onto your mat if you can. But remember, you just go to what you feel like today. Okay, belly is in here, coming forward. Inhale to prepare as you exhale, coming to tap your nose to the mat, and then rocking back. Good. Belly is in. And that's 3, 4, we're going to 8, 5, 6, 7, last one, good, coming up, good, okay, moving on to some leg work now. So coming into our all fours, in this position, I want you to make sure your belly is in, your shoulders, all your joints are stacked. I feel like I say that all the time, but it's very important that it's stacked. You're not your arms forward, you're not with your legs forward, you're in a 4-point kneeling position. Your belly is in, your sacrum. There's a hot cup of tea on your sacrum. Okay, from here, you're going to anchor, let's start with our left. You're going to anchor that right leg, knee, and top of your foot into that mat, and the left foot is just going to come into little lifts. You can do big lifts or you can do little lifts, whatever you feel like today. Okay, you're going to anchor that left hand into that mat, and the opposite hand is just going to come up to hover. Hover here. Good. Hovering for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Returning back to 4-point kneeling. That right elbow is going to bend. That left hand is going to stay anchored and straight. That left leg is going to point 45 degrees, and you're going to lift and lower. Good. Lift and lower. Your belly is in. Your glutes are on, and we're going for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Releasing down, coming on both elbows here. That cup of tea is still there, even if you're on a slope. We're still working your left foot. Belly is in. From here, we're going to point that left toe, keeping your heel towards your pelvis. You're going to kick up and return. So little kicks with your knee bent. Good. Belly is in. And we're going for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Lowering everything down. We are going to switch sides now. So coming back to 4-point kneeling. Coming with our alignment, checking if all the joints are stacked. Good. Okay, moving on to the right leg. So we're anchoring our left knee top and left top of the foot down. Let's just start with our right leg lifts here. Let's get our leg moving. Cup of tea is on our sacrum. Once your leg is moving, let's hover that left hand just off the mat. Good. Your deep abs should be working here and your glutes. And we're moving for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Lower everything down for a second. Okay, this time I'm going to flip my body over because I need to see you. So this time we're coming in to that left arm. That right hand is straight. And we're still working our right leg. The right leg is extended at a 45-degree angle. And you're lifting and lowering, lifting and lowering. Good. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Coming all the way down, both elbows onto that ground. Still working the right leg, pointing that right leg, keeping it bent, and you're kicking to the ceiling and returning. Kick to return. Kick to return. Exhale, lower. Good. Let's go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. Returning all the way down, coming into side body. Okay, lying down now on that lower hand, both legs are extended. Okay, this time we're going to work our inner thighs. So I want you to imagine you are leaning against an imaginary wall behind you. This upper hand is going to come here for a little bit of support. If you're wobbly, that's okay. If you're on your hip bone, we're going to lift both legs up. That's okay. I want you to really just work those deep abs. You can wobble, but also try to go lean back a little bit so you're on your fleshier part of your sit bones. Okay, from here, lifting those abs in with a sense of space between the mat and your side waist. Inhale to prep. As you exhale, you're going to lift both legs up. So that top leg is going to stay at hip height. And we're just moving our bottom leg. So lowering and lifting, lowering and lifting. Good. We're just doing 6, 5, releasing those inner thighs. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. That top leg can rest on the bottom, and we're still doing the lift. So the bottom leg has some weight bearing. Good. The inner thigh here is working, the lower inner thigh. And we're going for 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, holding it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew, lower everything down, bending those knees in 90 degrees. Pull that waist down so there's that sense of space in your neutral spine. Then you're lifting and lowering, only lowering down to hip height, trying to keep your ankle and knee in the same horizontal plane. Good. And we're going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew, lower everything down for just a second. Doing another variation here. Remember, if this is too hard, you can always take a breather, but it's always good to challenge yourself because this is where it's going to make the biggest difference. Okay, coming back into that bent knee, lifting at hip height, you're going to rotate that knee inward. From here, we're going to do little pulses. That should burn right away. Good. So you're just pulsing your knee towards the other knee in an angle, and you're pulsing for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower everything down. One more variation, I promise. You're going to have the soles of your feet lean on that imaginary wall behind you, lifting it up, clams. So keeping your heels together, just lift your knee open like your hip bones are a clam, and it's just lifting and lowering, feeling your glute really, really hurt. Okay, we're going for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Lower everything down. Well done. Punching out your glute muscles if it's burning like mine. Switching sides. Okay, I'm working you guys really hard today, so I hope no one is hungover or too tired. I know it's Christmas season, so everybody's so busy. Okay, actually, no, we're coming straight legs, aren't we? Okay, head is lowering. We're leaning on that imaginary wall behind you. Your hand is in front for support. Good, I feel my wobbles. Okay, that top leg is at hip height. You're lifting that bottom leg to meet it. Good, lift and lower, lift and lower. Inner thighs are burning. Good. And we're going for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lowering that top leg for the bottom leg to carry the weight, and the bottom leg is lifting for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, and holding it up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower everything down, bending those knees. Last glute push, I promise. We're almost done here. Okay, pull that waist down. Pull that waist down so there's a sense of space between the waist and your mat, coming in to lift and lower. Not lowering all the way down, just lowering to hip height. Remember, the ankle and the knee stay on the same plane. It's really hard to keep it on the same plane. I want to go like this. You see how it's on a slant? Trying to keep it in the same plane. That really works the glute muscle as it's more load on that glute muscle. Okay, I'll stop talking. We're going for 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's lower everything down before we do that real killer internal rotation pulse. Take a big inhale through your nose. On your next exhale, lifting to hip height and rotate that hip to come inwards, and that knee is hammering towards the other knee. Good. We're just doing this for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Lower everything down. The soles of your feet come to that imaginary wall behind you. Lift it up. Keeping the heels together, you're opening your clam. So keeping those hips stacked so that glute is really burning. We're going for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Lower everything down. Punch it out here. Okay, I promise that was the last push. We're coming on to our back. We can finally come onto our back. just find a breather. We're going to slow things down a bit. And we're going to bring some movement into our spine. So our knees are bent, soles of the feet onto the floor. The palms of your hand is anchored onto your mat for support. Okay, from here, making sure your neutral spine, your hip bones, and that pubic bone is all in the same horizontal plane with that natural lumbar of your lower back. Natural curve is lifted off the mat. Nice and organic here. Take a big inhale through your nose. And as you exhale, I want you to curl your pelvis under as you flatten your lower back onto that mat and lifting your spine bone by bone as you come up into your bridge. Your weight's in your shoulder girdle, your hips are open, your glutes and your hamstrings are turned on. Inhaling at the top as you exhale, placing your delicate spine back down on the mat bone by bone, not forgetting that lumbar spines. It might take a little bit longer to get that lower back onto that mat. Good. And again, exhale up. Inhale, pause, exhale down. So really enjoying the slower pace now, finding your breath. We're going to wrap up class with some really yummy spine articulation, introducing mobility back into our spine. If we don't use our mobility, we lose it. So that's why a lot of us have lower back pain, upper back pain, because we don't use it. We don't use our spine, we don't let it move, so it becomes sore and loses its mobility and loses its ability to move in ways that it used to move, and that's why it hurts. So this is so good for back pain. Okay, one more time. Good. Okay, from here we're going to do more spine articulation into a sitting position. So we'll start with an assisted one, and then I'll teach you a full one. Assisted roll up, holding the back of your knees, and you're going to use the push and pull motion to keep you up. As you come up, I want you to picture your feet are made of cement blocks and they're very heavy, like a rocking chair. We're going to rock up with a C curve in our spine. Okay, inhaling to prep. As you exhale, chin to chest, slowly lift your spine bone by bone. As you come up, like a rocking chair, keeping that C curve, lifting up. Good. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhale, tucking that pelvis under. Your heavy feet are the last to come up as you rocking horse back down onto the mat. You can stick with that variation. Otherwise, a more advanced variation is if you lengthen up. So lengthen your hands above you, your feet towards the end of the mat, your toes are pointed. You're going to inhale here. As you exhale, your arms are going to arc. Your chin is going to come into a chest lift, and you're going to come up into a spine stretch. So you need to use a little bit of momentum there as well. Good. In your spine stretch, restack that spine. Good. Okay. We're going to come up and into a roll up here to end class. So I just want you to lift your pelvis off and come into a ragdoll pose. And ragdoll is literally, you are a ragdoll. Your upper body is a ragdoll over your lower body. Your knees are soft and bent. And I want you to really use gravity to find release. Release that head, shake it off, release those arms, shake it off. Imagine that everything is heavy and you're using gravity to create space between your spinal bones here. So when we come up and articulate up, I want you to feel like you're 5 centimeters taller here. Okay, let's inhale at the bottom. As you exhale, I want you to restack that spine, scooping that belly as you come up. Restack, restack slowly and mindfully. Head is the last to come up. Once you're up, roll your shoulders back. Good. And you are done with Friday morning Pilates. Thank you so much for coming. Well done, all of you. Friday, 7:30 in the morning. Have a wonderful weekend. I will send this recording out if you need more movement on the weekend, and as well as a stretch session in case you're sore after a week of work, exercise, and Christmas parties. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Thank you for making the time for yourselves to be here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye.